In this video, I'm going to outline 3 core strategic ideas that should guide your play in Brass Birmingham. Understanding and applying these ideas is the difference between beginner and intermediate play. If you're just starting out with the game, or if you're struggling to win, this is the place to start.
Number 3. Invest heavily using loans.
New players often try to maximize their income and avoid the loan action. That's good play in many games and in life, but it's a losing strategy in Brass Birmingham. Why? Neither money nor income score directly. Your score will be determined almost entirely by the links you've played and by your delivered industry tiles. In order to score well, you'll need to play a lot of links, mostly rail links, in the right places, and you'll need to deliver a lot of high-scoring industry tiles. To do that, you're going to need a lot of money, and the best way to get money is to take loans. Why loans? Well, a loan gives you £30 that you can immediately use to buy new links and industry tiles. Your income starts at £0, and it's unlikely to pass £7 until the rail era. Your income simply doesn't provide you enough money fast enough to fuel your growth. But, you might say, when I take a loan, my income goes down by £3 every round. Over time, that's a lot of pounds. Not so, says I. You see, investment returns are outrageously high in Brass Birmingham. That £30 might buy a manufacturer, a brewery, an ironworks, and 2 links. The cumulative income off of all of those tiles will be far more than £3. The loss of income from a loan is transitory if you consider how much money you can make off of that £30. So my advice is spend money like it's going out of style and then just borrow some more. You aren't in trouble until you are taking a loan while your income is still negative. If you find yourself in that position, you need to deliver a tile to improve your income, and quickly.
Number 2. Develop away level 1 industry tiles.
Strategic idea number 2, develop away your level 1 tiles. Consider these 2 cotton mills. At first glance, they seem similar. They both offer the same number of victory points and a similar level of income, but that overlooks the fact that the level 1 cotton mill will be removed at the end of the Canal era, while the level 2 cotton mill will stay in play during the rail era, and therefore it will score twice, once at the end of the Canal era and again at the end of the rail era. But the differences don't stop there. I can continue to build from that level 2 cotton mill during the rail era. And by playing the level 2 cotton mills, we get closer to the even more valuable level 3 cotton mills. In fact, the level 3 cotton mills are so good that we might want to skip the level 2 cotton mills as well. If we look at the manufacturers, the difference in points is even greater, although admittedly the level 1 manufacturer does offer more income. The conclusion is the same though. That level 1 manufacturer is mostly just in our way. So what to do? We should develop away level 1 tiles. Most of the time, you'll want to develop away level 1 tiles assuming you plan to play that type of tile. So if you want to play manufacturers, you'll develop away the level 1 manufacturer, 2 level 1 breweries, and either the level 1 ironworks or the level 1 coal mine. Since you can develop 2 tiles at a time, that's a total of 2 development actions. If you plan to play cotton mills, you'll develop away at least the 3 level 1 cotton mills, 2 breweries, and either the level 1 ironworks or the level 1 coal mine. That's 3 development actions, or 4 development actions if you decide to develop away the level 2 cotton mills as well. Since playing a level 1 ironworks or coal mine costs 1 action, the same amount of actions as it takes to develop away a single tile, you might as well go ahead and play that last level 1 tile. What about the level 1 pottery? You can't develop it away, but unlike every other level 1 tile, you can still play it during the rail era. Because it will still be removed at the end of the Canal era, it's actually worse than many level 2 tiles that are a lot cheaper. However, during the rail era, it's quite competitive, particularly if you haven't specialized into cotton mills.
Number 1. Have a plan.
Third strategic idea, have a plan. You need to have a plan, especially in the Canal era. Once you've developed away your level 1 manufacturers or your level 1 cotton mills, you'll want to play a lot of tiles of that type. Why? By building a lot of tiles of one type, you maximize the return on developing away the level 1 tile, but you also proceed to higher level tiles, which tend to be more valuable. This is particularly true with cotton mills. Once you've exposed level 3 or level 4 cotton mills, you'll want to build as many of them as you can. The story is a bit more complicated with manufacturers because many of the higher level manufacturers manufacturers are problematic for one reason or another. Because they generally don't require beer or a separate action to deliver, you'll probably not specialize between breweries, ironworks, or coal mines. Instead, you'll build all three over the course of the game. Even so, the victory point rewards for playing higher level tiles are quite good, particularly for ironworks and breweries. So how are you to build all those higher level tiles? Well, first off, decide to build manufacturers or cotton mills, or perhaps neither, but not both. Then, decide exactly what you plan to build. For example, if you're gonna build manufacturers in a 4-player game, you might try to build 2 level 2 manufacturers, 2 level 2 breweries, and a couple ironworks during the Canal era. In a 2-player game, you might throw in another ironworks or perhaps the level 3 manufacturer. Note that the level 3 manufacturer does not require beer to be delivered. Since you have a plan, you'll have a much better idea of what cards you might need and what you should do on your next turn. In short, you won't get distracted or keep cards that you'll never play. You'll need a plan in the rail era as well. Generally, you'll build a lot of rail links and grab brewery sites early in the rail era. Once the race for rail starts to slow down, you'll continue to build on what you did during the Canal era. Brass is a very complicated game. Almost any general statement you make about Brass has its exception. As I've worked to develop content about Brass Birmingham, I have again and again gotten tangled in endless exceptions and what-ifs. However, these 3 observations are extremely robust. Invest heavily using loans, develop away level 1 industry tiles, and have a plan. I ardently believe that a decent player who understands these ideas will always beat someone who doesn't. By design, this is a short and simple video. In future videos, I'm going to delve into these topics in more depth. I'm sure that I've missed key strategic insights about Brass, and I look forward to discussing them in the comments. On a personal note, I'd like to say thank you to all the people who've watched my videos and commented on them over time. You've inspired me to start making board game content again. You're awesome. Thank you.